This episode is brought to you by Antennas Direct, makers of the toughest antennas in the universe. Hi, and welcome to the Man Cave Cinema Rant. My name is John Zanettos, and this is episode 44 of the Man Cave Cinema Rant. And today, we're going to be talking about news. But first off, I'd like to say that sorry to everybody that we haven't posted in a while. It's just that we've been really busy here at the Man Cave Cinema. Now that we have an antenna installation company, the phone's been ringing, emails have been coming in, a lot of people asking questions. We've done a few installs already, so we're trying to do as much as possible, and especially now that the kids are away at school, hooray for me, I can start doing more of these. Anyways, time for the news. Okay, let's go through a few things that I've tagged here, which is kind of interesting. Let's see here. First off, there's lots of news going around about the new Apple TV, and it's getting kind of ridiculous of the news that we're getting. Some of the stuff is sort of over the top. Some stuff is, kind of interesting. But in my honest opinion, Apple's playing catch-up right now. They're at the point they've fallen to third place of all the streamers. I mean, Roku's number one. At fourth place, I think, yeah. And the Amazon Fire TV moved into third place, and second place, I can't remember for the life of me. There is an article that I posted on the site that describes all that. But here are some of the features that they're going to be using. For once, they're going to have universal search, which the Roku player has had for a while now. It's about time Apple put that in. Let's see here. Apple's also interested in creating original content, and here's the interesting thing. I mean, if they're really pushing their Apple TV, and it seems like it's going to be a big deal because they are trying to get their own original content. I mean, that's where the money is, and this is where it attracts people to your service, is original content. Apple even bid for The Boys at Top Gear, but Amazon outbid them on that, so that's very interesting to find out. So it seems like they're trying to do that. So they're building up this thing. We have to see what they're planning on doing. Let's see here. Now, the next Apple TV is reportedly to be more powerful, but it won't have 4K TV. That 4K is okay. I don't really care about that right now. There's a lot of interesting information coming about in the tech media press about 4K, and I'll get to that in a little bit. System-wide Siri support and motion controller. That's kind of interesting. Prices of the two models are $149 with 8 gigabyte and $199 for 16 gigabyte. The prices seem inflated. This thing better be kick-ass for these prices, quite honestly. I mean, for you can get a Roku 2, which matches the specs of the last year's Roku 3, and that's like $78 Canadian, and I think it's like $68 or in the 60s in the US. Let's see here. The most recent version of the Apple TV, which was released 3 years ago, is using the outdated A5 chip. And then the new one's is rumored to have the A9, which is part of the iPhone 6S and the 6S Plus. Again, we have to see what's going on. Then also I've heard rumors that I read in an article yesterday from the New York Times that the Apple TV may be as powerful, if not more powerful, than the PS4 and the Xbox One. Where are these people finding this information? Is this pure speculation? I mean, if for $199 more powerful than the PS4, I don't see it. I can't see it. I can't see that cost. I mean, you got to have some severe, CPUs or power pushing through that thing to be able to do that. Just like the consoles do. So it's interesting, that information's coming up. We'll soon see. But again, Apple's playing catch up on this. If they can pull this off and make this a really, really must-have device, we'll see. And also, last but not least, so I don't forget, Apple's opening up their dev kit to developers to create apps for it. So it's no longer a closed service. I mean, with the old Apple TV stuff, you rarely saw any third-party apps on there. Rarely. But now it should be opening up to all the developers out there so people can start developing for their devices or what have you. So it will make it more of a universal product rather than just slowly closed or solely closed onto the Apple sort of setup or what have you. I'm bad for words today. Anyway, next, Hulu's offering no ads for an extra $12 a month for their Hulu Plus. So if you don't want any more ads on Hulu and you're a big Hulu fan, for 12 more bucks, you can get no ads. I don't know if it's worth it or not because I don't have Hulu myself, but it's kind of interesting to see. After 2 years of killing off plasma, Panasonic is releasing a new 4K OLED TV. We'll see what happens with that. That seems pretty interesting. With Panasonic's expertise and knowledge about this type of stuff, I mean, this TV may be a kick-ass TV. Who knows? But at the same time, a lot of the people in the press, from Engadget to The Verge, are not impressed with 4K. They're saying 4K is meh at best, and plus there's no content out there, which is true. There is a little bit of content, but at the same time, does it just... And for me personally, 4K right now is not worth it. I don't feel like repurchasing everything, all their HDX found, but at this point in time, I just don't care anymore. I mean, Dolby Digital Plus is fine. I mean, True HD and DTS Master Audio is amazing. I mean, I won't go past that, but the convenience of just being able to fire off a movie through through your streaming box is just that much easier. But that's just me. I mean, people jumped all over me for saying that, but quite honestly, I think Ultra HD Blu-ray players will be a niche product because here's the thing: it's far cheaper for the studios to produce one copy of the movie and distribute it out to all the sort of movie streaming companies, so people can just either rent it or download it or have. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see MPEG LA or all the other holders of the proprietary. What's the word? Again, bad for words today. I don't know. Netflix destroys these two. There's no way they can get all the media that Netflix has or Amazon or any of those guys. They can't compare. You can't jump up from nothing to everything in such a short period of time. It's impossible. Is it worth it? I don't think so. You're paying cheaper on Netflix and you're getting a lot more stuff on there. So Canadians, don't fall for this stuff. It's just the big conglomerates trying to cheat you out of your at